Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are in the normal spot today. We haven't been back here in a while, so just kind of want to get a video with the old background back in action. And I just got back from the Paul McCartney listening party for his new album, and one of my local record stores about an hour away from me was hosting a listening party. So I never really been to a listening party there before, but this one was as good as time as ever to go and see what it's all about. So I'll just kind of show you what I picked up there and kind of my experience there. I was wearing the Paul McCartney Got Back Tour T-shirt there, and before I get into that, my latest video about the custom paper sleeves, 45 sleeves that I made. Thanks for the comments there. Then I also kind of created some new ones from some comments. So I'm just going to show those real quick. Andrew, one of the commenters, mentioned something about the Love Me Do and P.S. I Love You Tolly picture sleeve, and how he might have wanted a pink background. I couldn't do a full picture sleeve, but I could do the 45 sleeve with a cutout in it. But this was my design for it, based off the picture sleeve, and you wanted a pink background, so there you go on that. So I hope that's what you were kind of thinking of there. And the creative juices were flowing, so I made a couple other designs that I thought might work well. This one's kind of a cool one. It's just kind of some promotional things for Apple, like this. I don't know if it was on some crates or anything like that, but I thought it was kind of a cool cartoon there. I turned into a 45 sleeve, and then I thought about the Sgt. Pepper inner sleeve. I just added the capital logo in there of the Fool, because as you'll see, the Fool was kind of in my mind, so to where that came up. And then because I had a Hey Jude 45 with me here, I thought about, well, Hey Jude kind of had some hype stickers, so I have the Beatles on Apple, but with the Hey Jude hype sticker, and this is also with the Canadian hype sticker on there as well. These, not necessarily my favorite, but it's just an idea. And then the one that I kind of thought of was the Fool mural from the Apple boutique building. So I kind of made that. There was also a poster as well, and I turned that into the kind of a psychedelic sleeve. So it says A is for, and usually there's a picture of an apple, of the person there holding the apple. So the Apple record actually kind of worked out there. So we got the A is, and then it should say for, and then there's the Apple label. So that's a pretty cool psychedelic sleeve. Nothing on the back. So anyway, that was just a quick rundown of those. But now what you're trying to actually watch the video for, I showed up to my record store about 30 or 40 minutes early because I wasn't really too sure if there was going to be a crowd or a line, and there wasn't. I was the first one there for the listening party. There were still people there for just being a record store, and about 15 to 10 minutes out before 5 o'clock, they kind of announced, like, 10 more minutes until the listening party, and then they started bringing some of the promotional items and the albums, the actual album, to be for sale. So there was some postcards here, and they came attached like so. And then here's the back, and they got perforated edges on them, so they're real easy to pop in and out of place. I have another set. My mom came with me as well, so I kind of made those individual and stuck them into the album, which I'm going to show next. But with the purchase of the album, you also got a free tote bag as well. So it's just kind of a plain tote bag there. And they offered the pink vinyl version, the indie exclusive, or the listening party exclusive on silver vinyl. So it looks like this, and it does have some raised elements from the sign there on the outline and on the letters. And then here is the back. Unfortunately, it's not a gatefold, which would have been nice, but I know that was kind of an exclusive to the Paul McCartney site and stuff like that. And then here are the postcards again, just kind of singled out, cut out. Oh, yeah, and then not this one. This is the Paul McCartney insert that comes with the album, and it says "Boys of Dungeon Lane," Paul McCartney on the back. So there's the shot of Paul there, and again the postcards just individualized there. And then this one also comes with kind of the lyric booklet. So there's that picture of Paul, and there is the back, and pretty much has every song and the lyrics kind of handwritten out throughout the whole booklet. But it's a nice, sturdy kind of premium quality to it, which is nice. And then the inner sleeve, which is probably the best artwork out of this whole packaging, is that nice collage of early Beatles pictures and everything like that. So that always looks really nice. And I also need to mention the raffle was a canvas print of this picture here. Now, I think there were some rumors that I was hoping to be the canvas print of the collage, which I think would have been much better. I'll show you a picture that I took of the, it's like a 12 by 12 canvas print of that picture there of Paul. So there was only like 15 people in the raffle and had like 3 entries because it was me, my mom, and then you had to be there in person to win the raffle. So someone that came in was like, I'll just write your name down, and if you win, you win. And the first 2 people that got picked weren't there, so like my chances of winning kind of kept creeping up. It just didn't unfortunately happen. So I wasn't as bummed out if it was, this on a canvas, which I think would have been better. But here is the silver vinyl variant. That looks nice. And the experience of the listening party, I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest with you. But they just kind of, at 5 o'clock again, just kind of announced, like, here's the new album, and then just played it on their speakers in the store, and kind of the store kind of ran pretty much as normal. There wasn't really any too like real quiet parts of like the whole store, and like the music wasn't like blaring loudly. So I mean, I didn't really like. I need to listen to it again to kind of give you my full, I guess, review on the album or something. Like I couldn't really tell you much about the songs except for the 2 singles that came off it that were kind of notable. So I will have to listen to it on vinyl. I'll probably pick up one of the CDs as well, and I can listen to that in my car. So the listening party wasn't really too much of a in-depth experience or anything like that. It was just kind of a normal record store atmosphere, but with 15 other people there to listen to the new Paul McCartney album. But it was cool. A lot of people wore some Paul McCartney shirts, and that was kind of fun, just talking to some Paul McCartney fans as well. I was wearing the tour T-shirt, and a couple people talked about where they saw Paul McCartney and things like that. And the person that won the raffle seemed pretty happy about it as well. If it was the collage, I would definitely consider asking to pay for that. But he seemed pretty happy with it, so I didn't ask about the canvas. So that's okay. I thought about it, but it's okay. So while the album was playing, I had a lot of time. It took close to an hour or so. So at the record store, I just kind of looked through all the records essentially, and they have like a $3 bin that's kind of alphabetized. So I just went through all that, and I found this one here, just kind of a pianist covering some Beatles songs. I've seen this cover multiple times throughout record stores, record shows. It's just this was in the $3 bin, and it's probably the cheapest I've seen it, maybe. So I got the album, And I also picked up a nice little Beatles kind of oddity slash Beatles related album as well. And then at the end of it, there was still a ton of postcards and totes left. So they were like, grab what you want, essentially. So I picked up another tote bag. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Again, I guess I can see if there's any of my friends that would be interested in that. And like there was like a massive stack of postcards left, so I didn't take all of them, but I definitely took a good handful. I think I got like close to 10, so maybe I can do some a collage, cut some pictures out for like my Beatles box sets that I kind of um, cut out some pictures for and put on the box, and then I could actually use these as postcards, or again I can just find some friends or people that weren't able to go to a listening party that might want these. So I got extras of these and a lot of them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them quite yet, but I have them, and there's a ton of more at the record store that I went to. So that is pretty much my experience at the at my record store. Let me know if you guys had any like real kind of, I guess, intimate, just like everyone being quiet of listening to the album. I definitely, when the singles came on, um, people were either singing along to it or definitely knew of the songs and had a little bit more energy to those two songs. But all the other songs that were playing, there wasn't really much going on, I would say. So that'll pretty much do it for this video. Uh, Let me know what you think about the new design sleeves as well. Um, and then, oh yeah, before I went to that record store, I went to the other record store because they called me in saying they had some pretty cool Beatles stuff come in, and man, they delivered on that. So stay on the tune for uh, the next video because I got some very nice UK pressings, albums, and 45s. So stay tuned for that. And with that, I'll see you later.